So I created a poll yesterday on my Instagram stories, and it wasn't really for anything. It was just kind of for my own entertainment. And one of the questions on that poll was, do you let your kids watch more than 1 hour of TV a day? Because I have a huge guilt thing. If my kids ever watch more than an hour of TV in a day, I feel really guilty. But what was really interesting was when the answers started coming in and I started realizing that the majority of the people said no, I got really ashamed that not only have I failed my own personal standard, but according to the rest of the world, I'm a really bad mom. But I did something. If you swipe up, you can kind of see who answered those questions. And the really interesting thing is 80% of the people who answered no do not have kids. They don't have kids. They were just saying hypothetically if they had kids, they wouldn't let them watch more than an hour of TV. Well, me too. Hypothetically, if I didn't have any kids and I was just dreaming about having kids, yeah, they would watch no TV a day. That's one of the main reasons why I think us moms feel like failures every single day. One, because we're trying to live up to our expectations that we set for ourselves before we had kids. Two, we're trying to live up to the expectations of the world, most of whom don't have kids. And three, those are all bad expectations. They're false expectations. They weren't biblical. Nobody wrote them in stone, you absolutely have to do these things. And we're drowning, trying to live up to these expectations that shouldn't rule our entire life. They should not define me and my value, and yet I let it define me and my value when I have to let my kids watch more than an hour of TV. Whether I'm at the doctor's and there's a babysitter watching them or whatever it is, I still feel so ashamed. And I'm not even the one who turned on the TV. It's some stranger in the church nursery that did it. One thing that I've mentioned a lot on my channel here when I do these mom motivational videos is that our job is impossible. Our job is impossible. No one fulfills the perfect mom role at all. Not even that perfect mom on YouTube or Instagram that you're thinking of right now, the super mom. She doesn't even feel like she fills that role. In her secret heart of hearts, she feels like a bad mom because of X, Y, and Z. None of us feel like we perfectly fulfill the super mom role. And then we expect ourselves to be motivated to go clean the house up and down, scrub it backwards and forwards, and spring clean and Marie Kondo the heck out of each closet. And my goodness, I can't even manage mommy friendships, never mind organized closets. And we sit there comparing ourselves golly, I don't measure up to her, and she's skinnier than me, and she's prettier than me, and she has more kids than me. And guys, you wonder why we feel so bad about ourselves all the time. And people just keep telling you you're not enough because you're not. You're not enough. We will never be enough. Y'all know I did a Bible study on Mary and Martha fairly recently. I'll link it right here or whatever. And in it, we saw that Martha was being a really good first century Jew. So many people want to knock Martha, oh, don't be a Martha, stop cleaning, come sit down on the couch and, sit on your tushy. But she was being a good Jew. She was doing 100% what a good woman would do. Mary, on the other hand, Jesus praised her for how she acted. And she didn't worry about the housework. She didn't worry about anything else. Her attention was on Jesus, and Jesus praised her for that. But I think the big part that we miss there is that Martha was consumed. All of her attention was dialed in on things that don't matter. Jesus said that she chose those things. She chose to care about them. She chose to make them important to herself instead of being you know what, it doesn't matter. Okay, let me give you an example. I have refused to let my husband go to the hardware store and just get normal numbers for a mailbox because I have a Cricut machine. And so I can cut those numbers, those little stickers, I can do it and I can save us $3. But we've lived in this house for 6 months and I have yet to sit down with my machine and cut those numbers. I want to do them in a cute little font and I got to figure out what cute little color I want to do them in, and they're going to be perfect. I might do a little monogrammed thing. And I have a choice here. I can either shame myself for not getting a chance to sit down and do those stickers, or I can just be yeah, let's go get those stickers at the store. They can be the traditional normal ones. I don't care. So often we choose to care about the silliest things. We choose to weigh ourselves down with, I'm ashamed that I've got 4 laundry baskets sitting in the laundry room that need to get folded right now. Who said that's bad? They're clean clothes. I washed them. Way to go, Faith. You washed your laundry. There's no universal rule that you have to fold your laundry, okay? There's 2 sides to everything. And obviously there's we gotta have wisdom. Y'all get what I'm saying. We can't be extremists here. But I think so often we allow ourselves to be guilt tripped. And we choose to care about like silly things that don't matter in all of eternity. They don't matter for God's will be done, God's kingdom come. They don't matter for like the well-being of our marriage or of our kids or of our house. They're just frilly things. And we worry about them. And like we let them dominate our brain space. And you can't even focus on like getting the dishes done or like basic stuff because you're so overwhelmed with the fact that you don't have the right wreath you want for your back door, which nobody ever uses. That kind of stuff is what I'm talking about. Jesus says if anyone's gonna follow him, they need to deny themselves, pick up their cross and follow him. And it's really interesting because everybody in the first century was looking for the Messiah. He would come out and dominate and like kill a bunch of people and like take this Rome and like take over the place. And he was gonna be the Messiah and he was gonna be this awesome military leader and it would be great. And then he comes and he's a suffering servant and he's like, yo, I'm gonna die for you because I love. And come and follow me, pick up your cross, this symbol of death, this symbol of being like a loser, and come and follow me. Die to yourself and come and follow me. And they're like, I thought you said you were the Messiah. And I think that's what we think. We think, you know, being a Christian mom, we think being this awesome, clean, perfect Christian mom looks like kind of what they thought the Messiah would look like dominating, having the perfect like Instagram and Facebook and the Christmas cards that are perfect and the wardrobe and the body and the kids and the marriage and the house. That's perfect. And Jesus is like, whoa, that's like not what I came to do. Like I didn't come so that you'd be perfect. I came that you might have life and life to the fullest. And the irony of it all is life is dying to ourselves and following him because he is true life, that we might not thirst ever again. So mama, I don't know if this was the motivation you needed. That's like, I want to give you guys like what y'all need. But I think at the end of the day, nothing will motivate more than the truth of God's word. So dial in, hear this truth. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses himself? Mamas, I don't know what you're going through today. I don't know what you're thinking about, what's dominating your brain space, but where can you die to yourself today and just focus on what you're called to be? You're called to be a mom to whomever God has given you. You're called to steward the good gifts that God has given you, whether it's food and clothing and housing or whatever it looks like. How can you steward what you're called to, what you're given today, and run after the cross, which we're called to? I hope this video has encouraged you and given you some motivation in your Christian mom walk. Check out this playlist for more videos like this, and check out this video for a little bit more of a Bible study on Mary and Martha. See you guys in those videos.